carrying this burden for women, for an ethnic for an ethnic majority?
I think it depends on who. I mean, I get emails from sort of hardcore neo Biafrans who say, you're our ambassador, and I think, no, I'm not your ambassador. I'm not. And then there are people who, so I think people sometimes want me to fit their own agendas, and I just refuse to, because I'm also full of contradictions. But sometimes I wonder, I become African, so people, they'll say, well, what does Africa think? And I don't know about Namibia. I don't know anything about Mozambique. I don't know, and I can't speak for Africa.
I don't know, don't even get me off and all that. Let's save Africa, let's adopt an orphan thing. Leave that one.
Okay, let's not go there.
Let's not go there. Okay. So, would you, and this is talking honestly, would the Nigeria, talking about, getting acceptance from your people, would half of a Yellow Sun have gotten this kind of recognition from Nigeria without, an external factor?
Is that for me or for Shola?
You.
I don't know. I like to think, there's a part of me that likes to think it would have, but I doubt that. I think that we live in a country that we need our people to be validated by the West before we afford them validation. And, it's the
By the way, you are my own, what do they call them?
Your talisman?
No, when you want to get external, I don't even know. That's why I'm not as successful as I should be. My what do you call them?
Okay, she's named your
foreign partner. There's another partner. You must have a foreign partner.
A foreign technical partner.
So that you can deliver world-class performance.
Yeah, but it's a shame about our country. And just to give an example, I remember once I had, and I'll sort of be vague so that it doesn't get messy, but I had an issue with a journalist here, a Nigerian journalist, and I wanted to have it redressed. And then I was told, if you have your agent, who is an Oyibo, call from New York, they'll listen to you. So I called this journalist, he hung up on me. And then I had my agent call, and he listened. So my agent, his wife.
I mean, that is so easy to do.
See how nicely she said it.
Yeah.
My agent, that's white.
Yeah.
So you can understand the reason why.
Can this ever, and I see it's entrenched over and over again. I mean, do you think we would ever get to a stage where it would not be an issue?
Yes. It depends on for whom. Well, I don't know. I think we've been successfully colonized.
No, we
will. Emerges at some point. So
we will.
But you know what? I think it depends on for whom. The people who we've just been so colonized, we're colonizing ourselves. We're passing down the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start my thing about how we don't speak our languages? It's connected. It is. Yeah. So middle class people are happy to say we speak only English. Then how is that? English isn't really.
But that's changing.
And it's not changing. Let me tell you, even in my business, I know for sure that some things will change if I start speaking differently with a sort of accent. And I refuse. I totally refuse. I mean, this is, incidentally, I step out of the country and the first, that gorgeous for me. I mean, she's got a beautiful accent. And I'm like, it's not African, it's Nigerian. She's got a beautiful accent and she's gorgeous. I mean, all that talk. And I'm like, because this is whom I am.
You know what I found out? I found out that the greatest challenge that we have to move from that one point to the other on this thing you're talking about is the sense of valuing something that is ours. We just don't value
it also start from not knowing ourselves? Going back to the issue of telling our stories.
Okay. Yes. And you see, the thing is,
truthful stories.
I would listen to your story if I've already placed a value on you and I think you're worth something. When I don't think that this thing, I mean, I went to this my trip opened my eyes to so many times. It's not the first time I'll go. But this
you still have enough to see it.
No, I'm still better than that. But more aware.
She was just angry after the elections in Nigeria.
And this was more open. I found out that when they talk about all this Sloane Street and the Trafalgar Square, every day I drive past there, I'm looking and say, so what is here? What is in this Trafalgar? People go from all over the world, just bricks and...
But that's Broad Street before and could be Broad Street and Marina
with the whatever. What is here? But I found out that these people place so much value on that thing. So we buy what they call their place, and we'll come and look at it because the Igbo man says Trafalgar Square. If I start making noise about Balende, you'll be shocked that the number of people who want to come and see this over.
You should see the shoes and bags my friend Temi makes. You should see them.
Are they from Balende?
Oh, by the way, you don't worry about it. I'll set you up on that. I
think I completely agree with Shola that it's about value, but I think we need to teach it. It's something you invent. It's sort of like Trafalgar Square. The classic American history of wonder. There's nothing wonderful. It's a history of violence and killing people that turned it around.
Yes.
And taught pride to children. And we don't teach pride. As social studies, have you looked at social studies textbooks? It's
empty.
Okay.
Vague.